Ladies and gentlemen, news just came out that Hulk Hogan has passed away. Yes, the WWE Hall of Famer, the biggest star, one of the first ever icons in WWE history. He his contribution to wrestling was undoubtedly ginormous, and wrestling would not be where it is today if it wasn't for people like Hulk Hogan. He played a major role in that. He also played a major role in my personal journey of, becoming a wrestling fan. No lie, if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, I would not be a wrestling fan today. And today, wrestling, WWE, is part of who I am. It is part of my identity. It is one of the biggest things in my life. The things I enjoy watching the most is professional wrestling. The thing I connect with the most is professional wrestling. It means something special to me, and that is because of people like the Hulkster, Hulk Hogan. I was not living in the 80s or the 90s. I never got to experience the, true era of Hulkamania. But when I was introduced to wrestling, my dad did grow up in this era in the 80s. And that's the wrestling that he introduced me to back in the early 2010s. He introduced me to Hulk Hogan. He introduced me to the Ultimate Warrior. He introduced me to the WWF. I loved it, and that's all that I would watch for some time. I didn't start watching the current day product. I started watching wrestling by watching old WWF shows, matches, etc. And I grew to absolutely love Hulk Hogan and his character and what he stood for in the 80s, and the things that he would say, the things he would do, the matches he would have. I would dress up and cosplay as Hulk Hogan as a kid when I was 6 years old. That guy was my favorite wrestler when I started. He was my first ever favorite wrestler, despite me not being alive in the 80s. These news caught me off guard, definitely, and I don't know how to process this. This is really sudden. I just started recording right now. I found out about these news a few minutes ago. Obviously, I didn't immediately start recording.